Today we be taking focus to the under-20 of South Africa. The boys did what we always wanted for Bafana Bafana, the senior team, which is to qualify for the World Cup. I just want to set the bar straight and thank you, Amajita, for the love you did and the effort you did in the pitch, and mostly representing the country, which is something huge. You guys make South Africa known and loud and clear. I still believe in you boys. Also the coach Mdaka, who's having that kind of a coaching. We thank you for believing in the boys, their vision, and to even making it to the knockout stage. That was a huge bonus for us as South Africans. We believe in your vision. But anyway, let's try and break it down how it went down between Amajita and the Colombia. I believe we started the match looking reckless, disjointed, lacking composure. Colombia earlier pressure clearly unsettled us, forcing errors and denying us any meaningful rating. It arrived, such was the weight of Colombia's territorial dominance in those opening exchanges. We were forced into survival mode where there is a bit of a storm. That said, there have been a clemency moment where we do manage to impose ourselves, drive passes through the lines and pass. With the ball, we look for more comfortable. We were playing our natural game, but the lack of dynamism in certain areas, Rampo not offering much in terms of progressing or incision, leaving Tado doing the heavy lifting on both sides. The ball grabbing defensively and trying to carry us forward. I get the logic behind initial setup, the double player on that flank with the Rampo and Tado. That was clearly meant to be stifle Colombia wide red, but now chasing the game, the balance needs to shift. We need more ambition, more ball playing quality and enterprise in those wide areas. Colombia have shown they can beat trouble by creativity and clear movement in those zones. It's time we learn into that. Defensively, we were too fresh with alarming easier. There was little resistance across the backline. Every time Colombia looked to build up or break forward with impact, they look almost intending to have out a shooting opportunities or force a save. They are taking props. Consistency to reach our penalty area, especially via those whip delivers from wide areas that we struggle to deal with. And it encode the issue we saw against USA. It was a Smith Lower who struggled as a more brutal scoreline. They were fortunately at day not to be on the receiving end of a heavy defeat. It could be easily been on any avalanche. We were far too open, both centrally and outward. Colombia constantly found pockets of space, played through us vertically and exposed us in the channels inside the box. Inside their box forward often had the luxury of striking unchallenged with only desperate last-ditch pressure arriving too late. There was a clear lack of defensive organization. The lines weren't compact. We were poor in transition and there was a little improvement in our structure. Even when we had the ball, that lack of tactical discipline proved costly. There was a brief spell in the first half where we showed some from a bit of a link-up, some slick combination play, but beyond that, there was a little to build on. We simply did not offer enough. Ultimately, we were outclassed by a sharper, more concisive attacking unit. Colombia quality in the final third stood out in stark contrast to our lack of defensive shape and attacking threat. We settled for effort from distance, rather working the keeper or creating a clear-cut chances. That's the story of the game. One side with purpose and penetration, the other with purpose and penetration, the other with problem of both end and the pitch. The African champions understand that the tactical depend on the knockout rounds, different significantly from the group's phase, leaving no room for a conscious approach. The team is not merely here to participate but to progress, and their ultimately goal is to manage beyond the group stages. Beyond our immediate ambition, we have our sights on the long-term goals, and he believes that the team must land on the same same fighting spirit and resolve that defines us as a South African team. Fundo Vilakazi's performance in the under20 World Cup striking proof that the classic number 10 can still thrive when given the space to operate. Watching him dictate the play with minimal defensive duties, he consistently unlocked defenders with incisive passes and the moment of individual privilege. If Kaizer Chiefs were to deploy him in a pure playmaker role, his innate creativity could become the engine of their attack, generating countless scoring opportunities and potentially the team goal scorer. We retreated into a passive defensive setup. It was not only uninspiring but completely benefiting of a team with our potential. The likes of Fundo Vilakazi demonstrated what could have been any numerous accusation. He sliced through the Colombia defense effectively like a hot knife through a butter. His individual brilliance shone through, but he was left to do all on his own. There was no coordinated offensive strategy, no real intent to dominate position or press with higher intent. It was a painful to watch counter-attacking football which could have at least been available. Plan B was not even considered as a tactical option. Instead, they seemed content to absorb progress and the hope for the best. That to me, it is not football, it's a damage to control. But anyway, shout out to the boys, and also I just want to thank South Africans for the support and the love they show in the game. Anyway, please comment below and subscribe.
But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
F.O.S.E. just step on niggas. Brand new F.O.S.E. just step on niggas.